question like it's saying there, why the diaspora? In other words, let me break it down a little bit. Who's sponsoring it and who promoted it? What is the benefit? What is the purpose? What is in the future of diaspora? The long term, the short term, and the long term?
Okay. Look, I answered with one answer. What could diaspora be? Yeah. What could diaspora be? If we hold a Congress and diaspora grows, diaspora can be more than just a collection of voices. Sekarang you're just a voice. I'm just a voice. You know, you have a what do you call it, Twitter or Facebook and email. You know, that's a voice right there. But you're not a force. You're not a force. Right? I hate to break it to you. You're just a voice, an interesting voice, but not a force. If the diaspora get together, imagine the brain power, as I said to you earlier, ya, the number of people, the number of talents. Ini adalah komunitas yang paling padat, padat karya, padat ide, padat talent, padat resources dan segala macam. You can be a force which is an economic, moral, intellectual, and creative force altogether. Right? Every day we find somebody who's doing something creative and interesting. You know, not just Sehat Sutarja. Sehat Sutarja and Pak Gani are the high-profile ones. Like every day, just today in this meeting, I meet so many different people who's doing something relevant. You know, you get together. Imagine the forces that you can create. You know, the power of your connections is unbelievable. You know, there's a story about the Holland America. You know, Holland America, the cruise ship yang dari Belanda yang udah mau bangkrut di tahun 60-an. Mereka bangkrut, nobody else knows what to do with it, and then Pak Sultan Hamengkubuwono ketemu dengan owner of this Holland America. Then he came up with one brilliant idea. Hey, you want to save your industry? Why don't you hire Indonesians? Okay, interesting. I got nothing to lose. I'm losing all my money. I'm going bankrupt. Okay, send me. 45 orang di hire. 45 orang di hire, and they turn out to be really good people. Rajin, nggak pernah mengeluh, ramah, service oriented, and so on. They got addicted to it, and now, as a result of that, Indonesian workers, not just staff, but also in the management, itu dominate the cruise industry worldwide. Dominate. What is the moral of the story? One simple connection. One simple connection makes all the difference. Pak Sehat Sutarja, for many years, we didn't know who he was. Yeah, it was just some article that somebody read somewhere, right? And then we find out he's actually a big deal, right? And then what happens? We brought him to meet the president in Davos, yeah, remember, with his wife, Wei. And then we brought him to Jakarta, and he saw around and saw things, and now he plans a lot of things to happen in Indonesia. Again, one Sehat Sutarja, one Marvel makes a hell of a difference, a big impact, right? So the point is, what can happen? That diaspora can be a tremendous moral, economic, creative, and intellectual force. This moral thing is important, but you know why? You know what worries me? Democracy is getting stronger in Indonesia. Yeah, right? People vote every 5 years, people semangat, you know, structurally and institutionally, democracy is getting stronger. But politics is becoming worse. You understand that, right? We understand that. In autocritic, right? Politics, the quality of politics is going down. Trust in some politicians is going down, right? So democracy cannot be strong if the quality of politics goes down. And you know what bothers me, what scares me most? The things that make Indonesia Indonesia itu agak terancam sekarang. You know, kebinekaan, pluralisme, the fact that Christians can be Christians and Muslims can be Muslims and they live side by side in peace. This is what Indonesia is all about. Dari awal, ya kan? You lose that, you stop being Indonesian. Ya kan? You agree with that? So what you can do, the diaspora, is to be that moral force that keeps reminding orang di dalam negeri, di tanah air, bahwa don't ever lose this. Don't ever lose this. And you have that moral power. You have that moral authority. So again, you can become a moral, economic, intellectual, and creative force for Indonesia.
Terima kasih. Terima kasih. Ini adalah suatu ide yang sangat brilian. Pertanyaan saya adalah sangat mudah. Saya banyak berhubungan dengan remaja dan para ibu-ibu di seluruh Indonesia. Ya, saya ingin Bapak bisa membuat suatu istilah diaspora itu dari bahasa apa, kemudian bagaimana menerjemahkannya dan bagaimana mensosialisasikannya sehingga mereka dapat mengerti dengan baik. Dan mengapa hanya diaspora itu diasosiasikan dengan orang yang berada di luar Indonesia? Mengapa tidak orang-orang yang di dalam negeri sendiri dimotivate untuk mempunyai hal ketiganya tadi yang luar biasa, dan ini bisa menjadikan Indonesia makin kokoh.
Ya, makasih Bu. Well, first, kalau definisi diaspora secara umum adalah orang yang memang berada di luar dari wilayah negaranya. Jadi that's the definisi umum. By the way, you can do something for me. You can make sure Sandiaga Uno comes as a presenter. Dia udah diundang. He promised to come, so make sure. Ini perintah dari Mama agar Sandiaga Uno ya. Jadi memang pertama Ibu Min Uno benar, ini istilah yang masih asing di telinga. Tapi saya tuh yakin Bu bahwa like entrepreneurship, people don't know that term 5 years ago, ya kan? But now people not only know what the term is, but they understand the importance of that term. I think ini istilah diaspora baru berapa minggu nih Bu? Ya, baru berapa minggu. Tapi give it until July, we have invited all the media di sana akan datang. Presiden akan kasih sambutan melalui video dan lain sebagainya. By that time, saya yakin terminologi diaspora akan mau wabah, right? Dan akan menjadi terminologi umum. So I'm not worried about that part. Yang we need to make sure adalah term ini nanti menjadi term yang berhasil melakukan reprofiling bagi orang-orang Indonesia yang ada di luar negeri. Right? Kadang-kadang kan kalau kita terlalu fokus pada orang Indonesia luar negeri itu TKI, kita jadi minder, ya kan? Dan kemudian wah di Malaysia dipanggil Indon dan lain sebagainya, sehingga it creates a problem oriented image gitu. Tapi if term diaspora dipakai, you talking about not just TKI, you talking about the entrepreneurs, you talking about the innovators, you talking about the nurse, the doctors, the lawyers, the bankers and everything. Jadi you create a reprofiling process terhadap image orang Indonesia di luar negeri. Dan I hope once that happens, things will change. I think you know this, ya. Most of you know this. Kan ada pepatah, what makes the world go around, right? And orang bilang apa? Duit kan. It's the money that makes the world go around. I disagree. It's not money. It's relationships. Yeah, relationships. The more people you know, the more you create opportunities, right? And the more you create opportunities, the more you create wealth. Yeah, kan? The more you create wealth, the more you create prosperity and stability for the nation, and the more you transform a nation, right? So what makes the world go around is relationships. And when you talk about relationships, diaspora is so natural. Yeah, kan? Because diaspora is all about relationships. You know how China gained a lot of capital after in the early years of Deng Xiaoping? They used Chinese diaspora money. Yeah, right? Hong Kong money, Singapore money, Chinese diaspora worldwide, well, mostly in Asia. Who they use? Yeah, because they have that basic relationships. Okay? That's one example of how diaspora can be a powerful economic force. Right? So again, diaspora is important because what makes the world go round is not money, it's relationships. Oh, you ask, let me take this one. Di belakang ya?
Belakang.
Take Hamdan and I'll take you.
Mohon maaf sebetulnya Bapak Dubes, saya gregetan nanya soalnya harus nyetir pulang 2 jam. Jadi pertanyaan saya pertama adalah, saya melihat bahwa Kongres Diaspora ini didapatkan modelnya dari Sumpah Pemuda. Dan saya terima kasih sekali Bapak Duta Besar sudah menggalakkan to galvanize this event. Tetapi pertanyaan saya, apa would be the observable outcome dari sini? Apa tangible-nya apa? Itu yang pertama. Dan kedua, dari social linguistic perspective, elemen kata diaspora adalah reunited. Jadi by the end of the day, saya di sini bekerja dan saya ingin sekali kembali dan mungkin bekerja untuk pemerintah. Apa paradigma pemerintah untuk memfasilitasi, menjembatani kami yang ingin kembali dan membangun negara ini? Terima kasih.
Good questions. Look, hasil dari diaspora, coba kita cari slide yang keep going. Oh, sebelumnya. Setelahnya. Keep going. Oh, oke. Hasil. Satu, Hamdan, akan ada deklarasi diaspora, ya. Deklarasi itu memuat suatu pandangan diaspora mengenai dirinya, mengenai komunitasnya, dan juga mengenai Indonesia. Right? That's going to be the difficult part. How do you do that declaration in 2-3 pages? Kita nggak mau deklarasi yang 40 halaman, 2-3 pages. Ya. Kedua, akan ada dibentuk dalam diaspora kongres itu komite manajemen diaspora Indonesia ke depan. Dengan kata lain, look, you got all these diaspora coming dari China, dari Japan, dari Australia, Singapura, Amerika, Kanada. Kedepannya, how do they maintain that connection? I don't have the answer, but I will make sure the diaspora doesn't get out of the room. I will lock it. Saya akan kunci sampai mereka dapat jawabannya, right? So that will be another result. Ketiga adalah hal-hal konkret yang low hanging fruits. Ya. Ada beberapa ide. Misalnya kita ada ide, ini masih tahap ini Pak ya, masih perancangan. One computer per school, di mana diaspora yang mampu, say they have $400 of disposable income, mereka bisa nyumbang satu komputer ke sekolah di pelosok Indonesia yang memerlukannya. And somebody will say, satu komputer apa sih? You know what? In desa yang jauh, satu komputer dipakai oleh ratusan orang selama berpuluh tahun. So it's a big deal for them, not for us, right? So dan komputer itu nanti bisa ada nama yang pengirimnya, fotonya, sama pesan bahwa anak-anak ini komputer dari saya Pak Gani dan belajar baik-baik ya. And you can track actually where the computer goes to, right? Ada program kedua yaitu membuat diaspora brain bank. Yaitu all the skills that you have, the Yahoo people, the Google people, you teach di Monterey, all the skills you have, you put it on the baseline, on the database, accessible to all and accessible to each other. And people can see, oh ternyata orang Indonesia, look at this database, they're all great, intellectual and intelligent people. Yeah. Third, ada program, again this is a bit difficult, keluarga angkat 1+1. Jadi, if you're missing home and you want to make a difference, but you don't have much time to launch a revolution. What you can do, you can pick one keluarga miskin, kita ada daftarnya nanti, and you can make that keluarga angkat. Right? Jadi ada connection, real connection. And what you do with it, up to you. You want to pay for the school, the children's school, silakan. You want to send books, silakan. It's up to you what you do dalam hubungan keluarga angkat ini. Now to ask your question about what can be done for you if you want to go back. Look, isu kewarganegaraan, terutama duit kewarganegaraan akan hangat. Kita udah prediksi, right? Ada forum khusus untuk itu, dan kita akan undang politisi dari Jakarta untuk mendengar mengenai isu.